Okay. Now it's live. There we go. Do do do. Pop out chat. Chat is disabled for this stream. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to edit this doc. How do I do this? Custom doc. Chat. Apply. Close. Docs. Chat. Hey, there we go. Yo. Stream time. Alrighty. So that should be all good. Yep. Chat. Alrighty. Happy New Year, Dev. Ooh. Cool. So I decided to put down a lot of what I was coding in favor of just like a really scrappy build of the game that's just gonna work. So now I have this. What the heck? Oh, maybe I need to fine-tune placing on the board. It's also like if I bonk it there, it's gonna go in even though it's like that. I can make the hitbox on that sprite a bit smaller. So if you do like that, it doesn't go in. But I assume I assume if you drop it here, it's like you're able to move them until you lock in your choices. Yeah, because actually, I'm not going to play Heccat, I'm going to play Heccat. It's because I only have one card on the board. So, I guess what I need to do is I need to write into the state, like, if you're locked in or not. Because right now you can just do this forever. Even if it's not your turn. Oh no, it has to be your turn, but if it is your turn, you like straight up, there's no lock-in. So I need to make the pickup of a card state driven, because right now when you pick it up, it just picks up. So if global dot selected is nobody and global dot turn is equal to side dot player. So if you don't have something selected and it's your turn, then I guess I also want to say like if global dot state is equal to game state dot game start, or say new turn, right? Yeah, if it's new turn, cool. So if it's your turn, if you don't have something selected and you're in the state of new turn, then you can drag stuff. So I can't drag stuff now because we haven't initialized that it's a new turn. I'm currently in the drawing cards or game start state, which is good. So essentially what I want to do is I want to do this for loop, and then I want to say end state, and I want to do global. Now I guess this isn't a good idea to just say global.state equals gamestate.newTurn, because if I need to change that, it's not very good. So what I should really say is I should make like a function with a switch statement, so I only have to switch it in like one place. Oh, but I'm kind of switching the state out, so I think it's actually kind of fine. So we're just gonna say global.state is equal to gamestate.newTurn. So now what I need to do is I need to put like all of this into a switch statement for my states. Yeah, I need to put all of this in a switch statement for my states, because now I need to essentially say, like, in a step event or something, it's like, oh, is it this state? Is it another state? That kind of thing. Yeah, sweet. So let's do something like that. I'm just gonna say like state machine. I could put this in a nice script function or something somewhere else, but I'm just gonna do it here. This build of the game is gonna be like the most scrap. Honestly, I should just call it scrap.exe. That would be good. I'm putting on my glasses because I'm doing some code, so I need to wear my glasses. Actually, I need to wear my glasses because I'm freaking blind, but okay, so same machine, we're just gonna switch through global.state. Pretty simple. Case game state, oh my dear lord, dot game start. Then I want to do all the crazy shenanigans that I was doing before, which is, I think, is essentially just this. So we're gonna yoink that. Cool, great. Put it in here. Nice. So we're going to draw a new hand by looping through an arbitrary number value, which I should macro, so I'm going to do that. Even though this is scrap, I should have some semblance of code that is nice. Hand, I'm just going to say like, starting hand size. I'll just say starting hand. Let's go. So I actually only want to draw 3. Right now I've been doing 5, but, and this is the thing, if I want to change that, I can just change it at the macro. So it's going to loop through that. It's going to I honestly don't even need this yeah, I can just do this. So it's going to create a hand kind of specifically where I want it to be, which I got these numbers from Figma, which I've realized so late that Figma obviously gives me X and Y coordinates for the like the elements that I put onto the designs. And so when doing UI stuff, I can use those numbers, which makes my life really easy. So I'm gonna do that, which is super nice. So now we're gonna go to new turn. And so what's interesting about the whole like new turn thing with the game start is the fact that like turn flipping. So if I set by default the turn variable to like the player, then even though he's only drawn the starting hand, your opponent will start, kind of thing. So do I want to make it so like the player just always starts? That could be, I mean, that's actually really easy then. I just say that it's your opponent's turn out the gate on creation. And so in here, when I want to say new turn, I just want to say global.turn is equal to global.turn equal to side.player. If it is, set it to side.opponent. If it's not, set it to side.player. Simple ternary operator to kind of make like a flip-flop. This is like honestly my favorite piece of code ever. It's so like simple and nice. Even though it's not an amazing piece of code, it's just nice. I don't know, out of all the bits of code that you can write, this is just, for some reason, just I like the optimization of it. So we're gonna flip-flop our turn. Then we need to draw a new card. So what I need to do is create a new card in my hand. Now, the one difficult thing is placing cards into the hand. What I can do is I can create an array, which I may have done. No, I haven't. That stores the cards in the hand, which is like a good, smart thing to do. I should do that. And then when they're like in the hand, it sort of sets their X coordinates based on the order. So then that way, it's drawing in the right position. Because right now, if I do this for the starting 3 cards, that's cool. Because I can do maths and things. But as soon as I start to add new cards, it's gonna be really wacky. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say, to be like really crappy, I'm just gonna say 429 plus 507 divided by 4, just like hard code the 4th slot, even though I might have less like than 3 cards. I'm just gonna do it like that for now. So it's gonna create a card in my hand, and then it's going to change the state. No, it's not going to change the state. So in this new turn, I can then, I mean, maybe I should create a state that's like play cards. And then it just checks for like if it's your turn kind of thing. because I'm gonna have to create some like automation for the opponent because it's just gonna be a bot. Okay. Well, for now, let's see this play out, because the one issue here is it's, oh well, it's what the heck? Somehow I dragged it. Wow, that's like these ones I cannot drag. I can drag this one. Barely. I don't know how I've done this. That's not reassuring actually. So oh, because for this, oh right, I will need another state, because otherwise what's going to happen is it's going to constantly like ping pong whose turn it is, and that's why the picking up the cards was so like weird. And it's also going to consistently create cards, so that's not what we want. So game state, we need like a play cards state. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to end state. I mean, it makes sense to do this anyways. And then in the card pickup, I just need to specify the play cards state. Okay, so now it should just give us one extra card, and then let us play. There's no, the one downside to this is there's no like time in between the different states. I can use timer sources for this though, which is cool. The one downside here that I think I just need to fix this now is the hand drawing. Well, I say drawing, but it's like creating the cards in the position of the hands and then kind of like updating those positions. I think what I might do is have a tiny food break and then come back and do that. So I'm going to take a tiny food break. Let me add some text. I should make like a food break scene. Actually, can we do that? It shouldn't be too long. I'm just gonna heat up some soup. Do you want some soup? Okay. My partner makes the best soup. The best soup. Okay. We just make a massive pot and then I heat it up later. It's great. I'm gonna use AI to generate like a be right back screen. I don't know if this is gonna work. A be right back screen for for streaming. I'm gonna specify game for streaming with a sloth theme, because yeah. Huh? The AI can't do words? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I saw it up after upscaling do words pretty well. I don't know. Fingers crossed. That's a cool portrait. Oh, I like the style. That's really cool. It's like manga style. Oh, it's gone now. Oh. Oh my god. Wait, it's not finished yet. Oh. Oh yeah. That's cute as hell. Oh man. Okay. I need to incorporate this. Cool. Okay. I'm either gonna do the second one or the third one, so I'm gonna upscale them both. Oh, would you mind getting to? Oh, you're gonna do it? Oh, thank you. Okay. My partner's amazing. She's getting me soup, so we can continue coding. Although I am taking a tiny break from coding by generating this this little screen. Okay, so oh, we don't have the stream avatars up, dude. Oh man. That is something that I want to do that is so unrelated, is I want to make our own little stream avatar things for the stream. Because right now I'm using the Hollow Knight ones because I love Hollow Knight, but I would really love to yeah, I'd really love to create my own like little sloth ones or something, which I could do. Oh my god, that is amazing. Dude, that's crazy. That's a crazy image it came up with. It's like kind of cool and kind of freaky at the same time. Oh, I'll show you guys on stream. This one's cute. This one's like, it's a little weird with that thing on the side, but it's cute. I think I'll have to go with this one. Oh, my League client just finally started working when I didn't actually want it to. It's funny as. Okay. Let me connect my stream avatars and put it in. Okay. Let me grab this image. Save image as. I'm gonna throw this up on stream as like a little thing. That is such a cool image actually. That's so funny. Let me throw this up on stream. Okay. It's like the most procrastination I've ever done. Oh yeah, it's just like a square image. I'm gonna have to like stretch it or something. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Honestly, if I stretch it, I think it's fine because it's just such a big image. Look at that. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh man, he's like coming out of the TV. That's crazy. I said be right back screen and it like gave me a sloth coming out of a TV. I don't know how this AI comes up with its ideas, but damn. I'm trying to get it like so it fits on the screen without me having to like completely upscale the image. I think that's good. That is a funky sloth, dude. That's so funky. Alright, I'm gonna make my be right back screen this. That's amazing. That's great. We don't need to be right back anymore. But there we go. Hey, did you know there's an Argentinian god that is just an anteater that is colorful? His name is Quasargonaga. Quasana. Oh, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it properly. Being the owner of storms. Damn. That is sick. I'm assuming you're from Discord or you're like Mal or something. Because you just jumped in with the cool ideas. That is a cool god idea. Argentinian pantheon. That sounds cool. Oh, I'm still on my beer back stream. Whoops. Argentinian pantheon. I'm gonna look this up now. Oh yeah, it is Mel. Hello. I always appreciate your ideas in Discord, Mel. They are really awesome. Oh my god, it's just a colorful anteater. That's so cute. I'm colorblind, but like we could just make him cool, I think. I wonder if my AI generator, it's a me, will be able to understand. I tested it out with like multi myths and legends the other day, or like literally yesterday with my friend, because we're both from New Zealand, and it came up with some pretty cool stuff. So just for funsies, we're gonna try and do this this anteater. This is gonna be real cool, I think. I hope it gets it. I might have to be really specific. But I will try. I will try and get a cool image going. Okay. Of the anteater god. All right, let's see if my AI can yeah, let's see if this AI can, or say my AI. I didn't write the thing. That is like the next level up, I think. It's like writing an AI to be specifically to your needs of generations, that's gonna be nuts. I want to try that actually. I want to like deep dive into AI code and neural nets and things. But I passed in my prompt that I've worked on to get my consistency with my cards. So let's see. What the heck? Whoa. It's so, wow, that's not right at all. If you guys saw this, you'd be like, what the heck, that's not it, chief. The first one's kind of cool, but it's like, it doesn't have an anteater vibe because it's got such like this sharp beaky type thing, which is so weird. Maybe I can try this again, but not specify the word God. Maybe it's trying to make it like... Alright, let's try this. It's gonna be a bit more like simple. But hopefully it comes up with something cool. Okay, while that's doing that, let's get back to what I was doing before I had the cravings of soup. I hope everyone had a happy new year, by the way. So yeah, we can place in here. We've technically drawn a card, but you can't see that because I think what's actually, there shouldn't be, there actually, yeah, that's really weird because it should be showing either way. So I need to look at where I'm drawing a new card to the screen. I'm just gonna do 429 because I think doing it with some jank maths. Whoa, spooky. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Right now we're throwing together like a very scrappy version of the game to get the gameplay working. So nothing like super systemized or anything right now. Just so we can get a grasp of the gameplay. My generation should be done on this anteater thing, so let's go have a look. Whoa, okay. It's like, this first one is really cool, I guess. It's so interesting, actually. I need to look at what an anteater looks like. They're the thing with the like super long noses, right? Yeah. Oh, some of them don't have super long noses. It's just like the generations that it's done don't have that distinctive like nose. Oh, thank you. I just got delivered soup. Best. I love you. Thank you for the soup. Yeah, anteaters have like schnozzes, dude. They got like long ass noses. I'm here for it. Proof of concept. Are those saurians? So this is the Egyptian god Heket, which is depicted as a frog. Because I was looking at frog gods. So this is from the Egyptian pantheon. the different noses are because of the regions. Okay, maybe we can get away with it then. I'm just gonna use like one of the things that it gave me because it looks fairly decent and it looks quite cool. So I'm gonna whip this up as a card and then show you, and add the Argentina Pantheon to the list of potential DLCs. Dude, the DLCs will be nuts. It'll be like every potential Pantheon in the world. But we have a long way to go before we reach something like that. So we gotta keep coding the actual base gameplay. But I will throw this together because I think that's a really cool concept. I could sit here forever generating like gods and cards and other things. Okay. So right now we need to solve the hand drawing stuff because it's really weird right now. The short ones are South America, while the giant ones are long noses, more middle down south. Oh, that's cool. That's some nice general knowledge that I didn't know before. Now I know the geological distinction between anteater noses. That's pretty dope. This image is really cool, actually. I'm worried that the art style is like not quite. I'll throw it in, and we'll have a little geese. I think it looks pretty legit. I'm gonna look at next to Fenrir from Norse mythology to sort of see the art style differences, because I think that with my other art cards, the line art hasn't been so apparent, whereas on this generation some of the details are quite like line heavy, so the artwork kind of has like a slight style difference, but I think that's fine. I think that works pretty well. So I'm going to show this on stream in a second. I'm just going to put it in its own little section here. And just say Argentina Pantheon. If the Argentina Pantheon has like a specific name, by the way, let me know. Like in the Mori Pantheon, it's like Na Atua Mori. So I'm gonna show this up on stream so you can see the anteater, because I think it's come out pretty well. Where's my stream? Window capture. That is Discord. Okay, so this is the anteater god. Let me know what you think, Mal. So that is the depiction of the anteater god. Do you think that's, it's fair? It's like, yeah, it's very interesting. I'm gonna throw it into a card, one of these like little templatey ones, just so I like can keep track of what the cards are. Thankfully, I don't have to do these with cards anymore. But I kind of do when I'm like creating the little sort of templates and stuff. bonk this over the top of the base one. What's the name again? Oh, there's other little like macaroni type things that I'm gonna have to probably do for a font. Yeah. I'm just not gonna include them right now, but I will remember that. But that is the card idea. We'll throw it into the list. Cool. Sweet. Thank you for that idea. That's really cool. So let's go back into sorting out this like drawing a card issue. What's going on? I think what's happening here is it is actually giving me a card, because I'm going to turn this off and hit play. And if it gives me 3 cards, then I'm going to be baffled and have no idea what's going on. No, it gives me 2. Okay, great. So that's actually the problem. It's giving me the 3rd card perfectly fine. There's no issues. But it's when I'm initially getting my cards. And then I think that's because it needs to be less than or equal to. I think that's the only... There we go. Now it's working. So obviously it's not drawing the cards at like the best position right now. That's what I'm gonna have to work out next, but now it's at least giving me the correct amount of cards. So it was really fast, but I drew a starting hand, then I drew a new card. But I think one thing that I may not put in now, but I'm definitely putting in the full game is mulligan. So when you draw a starting hand, you'll be able to discard and redraw cards if you want to, just for the starting hand. But I'm probably not going to put it in here. So, and then I guess, yeah, so we need to do the whole like cards going to a specific slot in the hand before I can return cards to the hand. Because right now you pick a card up and you like drop it and it just kind of stays where it is. Because if I put it down here again, it's gonna get a bit messy. So I need to come up with a solution of storing the cards in the hand. But you can place them in these little field slots now, which is cool. Obviously you saw on the design doc and like from Discord and stuff, the final card design doesn't look this simple. But I just created a super simple like test card asset that has the same width and height. So I can swap them out if I want. Just because like I didn't want to, for a prototype, have to draw text onto the card. Yes, that makes the prototype better, but for right now I'm like, nah, just get the main functions going, scrap it together kind of thing. Something that's cool as well, I was thinking of doing like little concentration timers or something. I've seen people do it on stream before. So I have this little timer here. Right now it's set for 3 hours, but I kind of like pick times, and I've seen people do it. I kind of want to look into that. If you guys have used like concentration timers before, let me know. Maybe that's a cool concept. You just like turn on the time and then you set timers based on tasks, and so you give yourself like 30 minutes to like focus down and code one thing. Might be a cool idea, but I have a cool timer for the stream too. Also, Mal, I don't think I see you replying in Discord. I don't think anyone's going to understand the context, but that's I'll have to put like the image of it. I'll send in a screenshot for context. No, you're all good. Sweet. This Discord chat's pretty fine, but yeah, I was just like, oh, no one has the context of the situation because we're talking about a card. Cool. So yeah, now we need to sort out the positions of these cards. I've kind of done this math before, but I think it was actually semi-broken, but I'm not sure. So I need to open my other project up and try and go grab the math that I did that one time. But while I do that, what I can do is set up, I guess I could just use like an array to store cards in your hand. That might be fine. So we'll say global.hand. I'm just doing globals and stuff just to make it easy to use variables around the project if I need to. So global.hand. Then when it's the new turn, on a starting hand, it's going to create a card, and I want to say var card is equal to, so probably instead of just Argentinian, it could be Latin America itself, the DLC, with Tupi, Guarani, Mayan, Inca, Aztec, and some one-off of those people like Quaso Onaga, which is one of the Toba people. Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. Yeah, I think that like little DLC packs of different pantheons would be pretty cool. I think like either that, or like I could also rather than just have it be like a DLC that's just like the cards, I could also potentially have like a little story campaign. Like I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and stuff, and you obviously just have the characters and stuff, right? But you have those little campaign modes. So I think what would be really cool is like having locations and having like little story mode games where you can go in and like experience the story of the mythology. It would be opt-in. Like I wouldn't want to make it a like do this thing to unlock this thing or whatever. It's like purely an opt-in experience for players that want to deep dive. That would be a cool idea too. I already started concepting up this idea actually, because I think one of the things that I find really fun when doing this game is learning about all of the new mythology stuff that I find, like this. So I appreciate your ideas, Mel, because I learn new stuff, which is really awesome. So what I want to do now is say global.hand of I is equal to card. So essentially I'm just going to store in my hand in there. And then down here, I'm going to say var card equal to, but I'm gonna use array push because I just want to bonk it in. So global.hand, and then the card. The other one I can just use the for loop because I already have a for loop going. So like I could use array push, but it doesn't really make sense. And this one I don't really have a for loop going, and so yeah, using array push kind of makes sense. To me at least. Cool, so that is a very behind the scenes thing. So we can't really see that right now. But it being in an array like this means that we can change the positions and stuff based on the cards in there. So I don't think I'm gonna need to update the card position all the time. I could loop through this array and constantly update the cards positions. But you wouldn't be able to drag them, right? So that's kind of an issue. So I think I only need to do it when you are dropping a card, when it's not going into a card slot, and when you're reordering the cards. Yeah, so just when you're dropping a card, basically. So on the right click that I've done, the right click is really messy. I need to take this code and put it into like a timable Boolean click, so you can click and then click, because right now you click and right click because it's easy, but it doesn't feel nice. I just had an idea for a piece of software. This would be so nice. It's like, maybe you can do it. Mocadium, if you're watching, you might let me know around the Alexa thing. It's like you have Alexa for like shopping lists, right? If there's something that you need to like quick remember or create like a notes, like I could just type it in or whatever. But a nice piece of software, it's like, for desktop, you could have a keybind that brings up like a native pop-up that is like a note thing, and then it like saves and then it closes, and you don't have to like look at it until you press another keybind to bring up the list of those notes. But can you, using like Alexa or something, create your own like lists of notes? So you're like, hey Alexa, note that I need to change the right click to left click with a timer or something. Like that's like the little note. I'm sure maybe some software exists already where you can do that kind of like key bind to bring up a note thing. Obviously you can use just like a notepad or something like that, but I think with Alexa it would be really cool because I could just say it. Speech to text, yeah. It would be really cool with speech to text, I think. Can you create multiple lists? I guess that's my question though. Can you create multiple lists? But that is pretty nice. Yeah, because something like Alexa might be nice. But I think something on your computer might be cool. If there was like a speech to text program so you don't have to like buy an Alexa or anything like that. I don't know how much they cost actually. I can look that up. I'm sure they don't cost that much. I say that and then they will. Okay, 150. Is that New Zealand? Kind of looks like it. Amazon Echo. Is that what it is? Oh, Amazon Echo with Alexa. Yes, you can do multiple lists, just checked. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually sick. Well, if you have an Alexa, then based. But it would be cool. Maybe I can go scavenge on the internet to see if someone's made something similar to that. Wait a second. You can get an Echo Dot for like $29. Oh, really? Damn. Okay. I thought Alexa just like, I don't know, from the branding was gonna be like freaking $300 or something like stupid. That's awesome actually. I see. Okay. Cool. Well, speech to text apps, tangent aside, it's just, yeah, it's like little things like that where it's like, oh, I need to fix this later, so a reminder without having to like boot up a notepad or yeah, do something like that. Okay. So no, I got a tiny blob of soup on my keyboard. Oops. It's like a tiny droplet. I need to like soak my keycaps, honestly. But if all you're doing is talking to it, then a dot is fine. Oh, nice. Okay. That's like, I'm actually intrigued into getting a dot then. If there's like that kind of functionality, I feel like that would be nice. I feel like you'd want the full thing because I'm sure you'll be able to like customize a lot of stuff. Okay, so what were we doing before we got super distracted? I was doing the stream avatars, which I still need to do and connect. Okay, stream avatars is back up. If you want a little Hollow Knight, dude, you might have to write a message or two. Oh, I should put the stream avatars above everything though. There we go. Cool. So we were doing right click, and then we were doing the back to hand kind of thing. So we need to loop through our array length of global.hand. So we need to reposition the cards. So I'm just gonna say with global.hand of I, which is going to give us the card. And they say x equals 429 plus 507 divided by I think. I think I did something like this. I'm just gonna... Okay. So that math isn't correct, but it is working. So by default, it's snapping back. And I'm just gonna say if there's no place meeting, I'm just gonna do this actually. I'm just gonna say break. I'm gonna do this first. Oh, but if I do that, then it's not gonna... Okay. So it's definitely like not where we want it to be, but it is resetting these like positions and stuff. There we go. So actually, I'm like doing this with all of the cards when I guess I could do it based on the array length of, because I'm assuming as soon as I pick it up, I'm taking it out of the hand, which I've got to do, but I haven't done that yet, so I haven't really been thinking about it. And when I right click, if it's not on a card slot, it'll be going back into the hand, which means it'll be pushed. Does that mean it goes back to its same position in the hand? Or does that mean it'll just get pushed to the end? I need to look at something like Hearthstone. Although, I'm probably not going to be able to find gameplay that like, maybe yeah, I guess like what normally happens in Hearthstone? Does it go back to the original position, or does it just? Well, I guess like what would look better? It's like if you right click and it just gets thrown back to where exactly it was in the order in your hand, or I don't think so. I'm gonna do it so it puts it to the end of your hand. That way it's the most visible card because it's the one that's on your mind and you're thinking about playing. And I think that will look the nicest. It's like if we take it out of the order and the other one's shuffled down, and then we right click and then it comes back on top. This is where it's a scrappy prototype, but like code like this, I guess it gets a bit tricky. Because yeah, it's not supposed to like shuffle up these cards when you right click. It's supposed to. It's actually supposed to do it when you left click, because what it's doing is it's going to update the array. Because right now I'm not even doing that. I'm not removing the card from the array and making it standalone. So let's do that. Let's start with that. I'm going to leave this here for now. So when you select a card, global selected ID, and then I need to, I think I can use array pop. I'm going to look this up, but I'm pretty sure I can. This function will remove the last element in a given array. Oh, no, I can't. No, sorry. I guess what I'm going to have to do is loop through. Doing a loop is not too bad because the hand is only going to be 5 big, so the for loop's not going to be like a stressful thing. So let's grab this. Okay, so I'm gonna loop through the hand array. Then I need to check if global hand of I is the same as ID. If it is, then I need to delete I. What is number? Actually, what is the function I need to use? I don't think I've like removed something from the middle of an array before, or just like a position in an array. Because like it's not that I just need to like set it to 0 or something. Like I need to fully remove it so the other one's pushed down. With this function, you can delete a value or values from an array at any given position. Oh, the number of values to delete. Okay, that's what the argument is. Well, 1, right? Right, yeah. I was popping up the documentation because I've never used this. Oh wait, so the above code will delete the first 10 values in the given array starting at index 0. Oh, that's actually a really cool function. So you can just like remove multiple values from a position. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. I guess my one thing that I don't know if this is gonna work or not is like, if I remove it, will it then take the other, like, it's not going to just, I don't know, set it to like some weird thing like -1. I don't know if GameMakers does that, or if it straight up removes it from the array. Like index and all, and kind of just like moves everything down. I guess we'll give that a test and see. Because that's the one thing that I'm not really sure about right now. So yeah, when you pick up a card, we're gonna remove it from the hand. Oh, you know what? A really easy way of showing this. Oh, no, maybe not. Actually, this would be cool because I've removed it from the array, and so when I right click with it, it would be interesting to see how these cards like move and stuff. Also, be careful when removing items from an array inside a for loop, as you could accidentally skip over items and other weird things. Oh, true. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. I think this is working now, though. Yeah, it's working because... Okay, sick. I think it's cool to do it backwards. I like that idea. I think for this specific instance, it's okay because I'm only removing one value from the position that I want because I'm checking if it's correct beforehand. So I think in this instance, it's okay. But that is a really good point to consider. Like, this is probably not like the prettiest way of doing things, but yeah. Yeah, and I'm guessing doing it backwards. Gotcha. Okay. Right, so I think this is working though, which is great. My scrappy code. Cool. So now you can do that. So now what we want to do is with the now I just want to run this reposition stuff when you click. Remove selected card from hand. Okay, cool. So in theory this should... Yeah, nice. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's definitely something. Okay, so why did this happen? Okay. Index of 4. That's really interesting. Huh. I'm starting the for loop at 0, so I don't... Maybe the less than equals thing again. Doesn't really make sense why it would need that, but no, that's not it. Okay, so what is this doing? So variable index 4, so essentially the end of my hand, which is like at the left, which is weird. It's just where it's drawing right now. Line 11 with global.hand I. What the hell? Is this because I'm deleting from the array? Like, do I need to do that first and then like loop through it again or something? Once I'm... Oh, yeah, because I'm removing from the array and it's trying to reference... Oh, right, okay. It is literally because I'm removing it from the array. I don't really like the fact that I have to loop through this twice, but I guess it... Like, I need to loop through the new length of the array. Oh, unless I just do -1, because I know that I'm removing a card. Oh, but the problem... Oh... Okay, I don't think this is a very nice way of doing it, but I'm gonna try and do this because, again, just scrappy prototype. So I'm just gonna say I -1. Oh. Oh, but the problem is now it's like, I'm sure that works with the full one, right? But it just won't work with the. Oh, this is kind of frustrating. Oh no, okay. Now I've like really screwed things up. What the hell? Okay, let's just. Okay. So I'm looping through, removing it, and then looping through again. Because like where it redraws to is just like super wrong. It just feels really weird. So I loop through the hand, then I remove the one I want, and then I loop through again because now that the array length has changed, and it's weird if I don't. Unless I like preset. Okay, well, let me go grab okay, so I'm gonna grab some old code that I wrote. So I'm gonna just try and like slap that in. Let's see if this does anything. Oh. Oh, right. I didn't write _I. Whoops. Oh, but I wrote I here. That's kind of bad inconsistency, but that's okay. Okay, that is odd. That is odd. It shouldn't. There shouldn't be 5. There should not be 5. It's getting there though. That's looking a bit better. There shouldn't be 5 cards. That's not perfect, but it's definitely getting there. That's cool. That's quite cool. There should not be 5 cards. This happens when I create it, right? Okay. So I guess what I need to do then is, well, I wonder why there's 5, because that I haven't. Okay, I'm gonna do this and then just I don't know. I had this last time where it was spawning like. Okay, that seems to be fine now. That baffles me so much, actually. I can use instance count to just verify that there's not multiple, but I'm pretty sure there's not. Whoa, you see that? I like clicked on that card, but then it selected the other one. That's so weird. Okay, it's slowly, like super slowly, sloth kind of slow. Approaching to what we want. It's like, it's definitely getting there. It's definitely getting there. I could add some lerping to make this look really cool. But see, like right now, it's like just kind of snapping to this weird kind of math position. Rather than being nice. So yeah, I bonked in this math from like an old version of the game, so it like kind of works, but it's also a bit weird at the same time. So we've got to sort of fix around that. I'm gonna take a tiny break and actually use my BRB screen. Oh my gosh. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Da da da. Sick. So, we have it like somewhat shuffling the hand, which is cool because now what I can do is when I right click, this is going to be the most coolest part. So I'm going to take this code and go bonk. And I'm just going to say organize hand. And this is going to be a function, which I'm just going to freaking throw into here, to be honest. Function organize hand. Oh no, I can't throw it into here. I need to, well, I'll do this for now. Because I'm going to be using it twice, so let's go to scripts for all my functions. I'll go grab the constructor ones. I'll make a region for them. Construction. I was tempted to call it Bob the Builder, but I feel like after a while I'll forget the joke and be really confused. So we'll place them in there. I did set up some action stuff, although I haven't applied it fully yet. We'll get to that. Cool. So the organized hand thing, now we can edit it in one place but reuse it, which we're gonna do. So I want to organize my hand here, but then I also, when you're right clicking, this is when you're like placing it down and stuff. So what I need to do is I need to say if there's no place meeting going on, then I need to array push global.hand ID, and then I need to organize my hand, because then what that will do is it'll drop my card and then shoop it over to my hand, hopefully. Shit, that didn't work. Okay, Damn it. Okay, why not? Array. Oh. 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 The problem here is I am colliding with a card slot. There we go. So it's working, but the problem is as soon as I do this, it'll place, but even with the opponent's one, it'll just place randomly because it's technically colliding with a card slot. So I need to say and the instance place of XY card slot is that makes no sense. I can't check if there's a place meaning and then check, like if there's not a place meaning and then check an instance place. I need to say if there's an instance place dot side equals side dot player. Oh no, I'll do side opponent. So if there is a collision, so I kind of need okay, so when I'm placing it down, if I'm colliding with a card slot, check. If it's an opponent, oh, sorry, actually, if it's a player, then just return. Don't worry. So then that way, so hopefully this should work now. Shit, okay, didn't work. Oh, it did shuffle the cards though, but it didn't put this back in. Wait, why not? What the heck? Wait, it organized the hand though, but it didn't put it. Huh? If place meaning XY card slot. So if I mean, I guess like you could argue that I actually need to do that afterwards. So if global dot selected is ID, the first thing is like if you've right clicked, Also, is this a global right press? It is not. It should be. I mean, it doesn't really matter that it's not because you're already over the card anyways. But it should be a global right click. Oh no, no, never mind. I'm being dumb. So if you're dropping a card but it's on a card slot, then check if it's the player's card slot. If it is, then just like exit instead of returning actually. Just fully exit. And so otherwise it's just gonna run this code, which should be fine. Should be no worries. Because again, it was working before, right? But see, it's doing it, but it's not doing it. It's... Did I leave code in the... Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. No, I need to do this first. Because otherwise it's exiting and it's not dropping the card. Maybe that's the problem? I don't know. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. And that's not fine. What the frick? Why specifically this? Okay. Because it doesn't... It still organizes the hand, but it doesn't push it into the array. If you're colliding with a thing. Is that because of this? No. Because this is saying if you're colliding with a card slot, and then it's saying if this card is no longer selected, if it's not selected but it's in the slot, and that slot is the player slot, then move this card to that player slot continuously so it can keep it in the card slot. Then, based on that card slot's order, set the actions array, which just keeps track of like the order of the card slots. So that this should have nothing to do with this then. So why is it specifically failing on the opponent's card slot? Like everywhere else is actually fine. It's just specifically where I don't have logic, which just hurts my brain. Because you can drop it and it will put it back. You can drop it and it will place it, but you can... If place meaning with a card slot, then store that ID into a variable called CS for card slot. Check the side. If it's the player's card slot, then exit. Otherwise, it should just not like hold back anything. It should just array push and organize hand. It organizes the hand, but it doesn't push the array. Why? Why not? I'm gonna put some show debug messages. Show debug message 1. 2. and 3. In between all of this. To know, like, is it skipping over? I can use the debug mode, but whatever. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. Bam. Nothing. Bam. Bam. Okay. So it's reading it, but there's something else happening. Why? Okay, I'm going to take out this placement here. Even though it has no impact over opponent placing, which is good. I'm just straight up. Okay. Okay. So, and then it's fine. But see, it runs the organized hand. It runs 1, 2, 3, so it's calling every single line. And then this one, it doesn't, because the logic makes sense. But then it doesn't run like the 1, 2, 3, whatever. Because that's in the logic actually. I wrote it that way. So if I flip-flop this, and I say opponent, because the idea, then, if it's broken, it shouldn't be reading the other code. Okay, so it read the 1, 2, 3, and then I'm assuming it tried to put it back in the hand, but... Oh. Oh shit, my GameMaker like lagged when I tried to do this. See, it's just... Now it's not running that code. It runs it there. Because again, we specified. Which we don't want it to do that, because that's weird. But... if it, okay, I'm going to print the array, and then the array, and then the array. Rather than 1, 2, 3, show me the array each time it reads. Okay, so normal, you see it's 1, 2, 3 because it's taken out. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. As soon as it, yeah, so 1, 2, 3 pushes it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, organizes the hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We're going to take it off, right click, nothing because we're playing it. Then, boom. Now this one is 1, 2, which is in the hand. Then it says 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What? But it's not in the hand anymore. It's the same. It's the same. Like, it's the same, but it's not putting it in the hand. Why? What is overriding it? Okay, so I'm removing, like, so I tried this. I tried to remove this like little override here where it's moving it to the card slot of the player. And that didn't fix it. I don't think. No, it did it, yeah. The only other time I'm moving it is an organized hand. So, and it's definitely in the array. It's definitely in the array when you drop it and when it goes to organize the hand. So what I want to know then actually is if I drop it on the opponent's one and then I go to pick up a new one, right? So I do this, it's broken. I do this, it doesn't move it. Like, what is... But it moves this because, again, it's... And then if I do this, it puts it back. Puts it back. Puts it back. Puts it back. What? I'm... Oh, this hurts. This hurts my head. What is overriding it? Oh, we didn't check our big fat game controller. The only time I'm doing this is in the starting hand. Yeah, there's no... Oh, this hurts. This hurts my head. I don't know why it's doing this. It actually doesn't make sense because it's putting it into the array. And it's only specifically for the opponent card slot, which I don't have logic for. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say specifically push it into the hand if you're touching an opponent's thing. Specifically do that. I'm gonna try and flip it. So the thing that's working, I'm gonna try and make it not work. Okay. Oh, okay. CS is not set before reading it. Okay. So... Oh, right. I need to put this under here. So it reads. Okay, so boom, doesn't work. Boom. It still doesn't. So if I place it anywhere else, it's not adding it back to the array, but as soon as I do this, it's adding it back to the array. But in an organized hand, even though it's adding to the array, it doesn't fix it. So this array push is reading, and it's fine. But organized hand has some issue around this. So with that knowledge, even though I kind of knew it before, but that's fine. So we know it's going into the array. That's fine. So let's look at organized hand. Oh, big blaring obvious mistake at the bat, and I should have looked at the function immediately. If not, place meeting with a card slot. Oh my god. Okay. I put in a check to make sure that you're not touching a card slot when you do this. But the problem is that you need to for the opponent's one. So that's, and because I put that check into the placing, that is now fine. Okay, headache averted. There we go. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So now we just need to fix nice. Now we just need to fix like where it draws to, because right now it's a little janky, and then we need to add some lerp animations and stuff like that to make it look nice. So I'm gonna just try and take the space and shrink it down, because I think that it's doing an okay job at the moment. In the initial thing here, it's a bit weird, like because when you draw a new card, I've just kind of plonked it into one spot. So I need to change that. But even if the space was 0, it's actually perfectly on each card. That's fine, but it needs to be pushed in a little bit more actually. So instead of times card width like this, I'm just going to do divide by 2 and not even use this at all. Then I'm going to make sure that when I start the game, it does the same thing. And then when I draw a new card, I need to organize my hand. Because in this way, it's going to push it into the right spot. Hey, nice. Oh, not so nice. Oh, there we go. Oh, you see that? It's like, it's drawing so weird. If I take this one and I right click, it does this. If I take it again and right click, it does this. If I take the next one and right click, it does that. If I take this one, it does this, which is good. What the heck? Okay. So this is the next issue, which is my math for the organized hand thing is not really quite right. So I need to fix that. What I can do though is I can just say organized hands, because I'm doing it once in here, which is nice. So that is the good thing. I can just do organized hand now. I just need to fix my math because this looks pretty cool. How it looks here, it's like it's all drawing pretty nicely. You take it out, you can place it, you know, if you take it out in perfect order, it looks great. We'll place it back in the order that I got it from, it looks great. I take it out from the other end, it looks great. But as soon as I start taking it from the middle, it starts to get a bit bad. Like that. That's not right. That's not how it should work. And it doesn't quite make sense that it does it that way because I'm removing and pushing it back into the array, so it's not like it's keeping its same initial positions or something like that. So yeah, this is the next thing to figure out, is how to make this consistent. Because right now it's consistent if you do it in a nice pretty order, but players won't necessarily do that. However, it's working, which is amazing. So that's cool. That's at least some nice progress in 2 hours, to be honest. Because I got the hand drawing working. You can return it to your hand, you can place on the field. So that's good. Again, very scrappy, but like it's functioning, which is nice. Sweet. So there we go. That's that done. Cool. So I'm gonna pop off stream now that I've done that. So thank you for the people that hopped on and watched. Mal, gamedev guy, Macadium. Sweet. So I hope everyone has a good new year. Probably just keep doing streams here and there of some progress. Cool. And then yeah, hopefully we'll get a little bit of a scrappy playable demo going, which is nice. But that's going to be it for today. So see you guys.